All right, what is up, everybody, and welcome into this week's edition of the South Florida Comedy Calendar. This show where every single week we keep you up to date on what's happening, what happened, and what's coming up in South Florida comedy, guys. My name is Sebastian Alvarez. I'm going to be your host this week, as I am every single week, and I am joined today by not only a fantastic guest that I got sitting here to my right, but also by my co-host, as he is every single week, guys. How you doing today, Art Roach?
Pretty good, pretty good. Last week was the week of 100 men versus one gorilla. And I actually ran the numbers, and it depends on the gorilla, right? If you have one silverback, then there's no chance. But I was doing the math. What would it be? 100 comedians versus one big back.
Yes.
And I think there's a couple of guys out there that can handle big backs.
Okay.
You know, Chris Hilio.
For sure.
Blind, I think he could handle a big back
Easy.
on his own.
Yeah.
Alex Tarno, for sure. And Oriel, I think that's the other guy. Put those three together, they can handle maybe 100 big backs on their own.
Wow. And you ran all those numbers this
I ran the
week.
numbers. Yeah, I have a whole spreadsheet if you want to check it out.
Interesting. Very cool. Well, you know, math is very important here on the comedy calendar because we always want to make sure that if we are running the numbers, crunching them numbers, that they get crunched in the right way. That's why we got you on the team, Art. There you go. The AI Art is finally contributing something, man. We feed it prompts and we feed it stuff, and it's finally spit out something that actually may, you know, be a viral clip or something. 100 comedians versus one big back. Those would be the top three. There's nobody else you would throw in there?
I mean,
I feel like we can get Hitman in there. We got to have a Hitman on the team.
Hitman, let's say he can handle a big back. You're right.
Hitman can handle a big back for sure. I think, I mean, if we're just going through a list, JP Tower.
JP's been known.
JP's been known for that as well.
I think he's not allowed in zoos anymore.
No.
Right.
No, he's not. He's not. I'm trying to think who else, man. I mean, give us suggestions in the comments, actually, guys. In the comments right now, let us know what comics you guys think would be able to handle it. If there's one comic, though, that I think I would want on my team, though, it's our guest today of the day, man. And I want to quickly introduce him because he is a guy that not only does comedy, he's super multiversed and has a lot of hands in a bunch of different pots in entertainment and wellness and a bunch of really cool stuff. And you're going to learn all about it right now, guys. But everyone in the studio audience, I want you to put your hands together for the very funny, guys, DJ Flash McLemore.
Papa Flash in the house. I'm excited. What's up, boys? How you doing? Happy Cinco de Mayo. And I'm calling racism right now because you can't find Cinco de Mayo anywhere in any store. I've looked for sombreros from Miami to West Palm, and there's not one sombrero on sale. But on my holiday, both holidays actually, because I'm Irish-German, everybody's a leprechaun and everybody drinks beer. So I'm calling racism right now in South Florida. We need to fix this. Get the sombreros back in South Florida on Cinco de Mayo. Other than that, what's going on, boys?
Nothing much. We're chilling, dude.
Was there tequila places? Because if they were not tequila, this city might mutiny.
That's true.
You know, I just recently turned 50 about a half a year ago.
Really?
And
bro,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Damn, dog.
Sexy. Oh, it's all right. So, and I got to teach a yoga class right after this, so I can't roll in drunk. But I am calming down on drinking. It's been enough. You know, I've had. I think since I turned 19, I had had a sober day for a long time. You know, it took like a couple months here and there when I'm like mid 40s, but like I started realizing that I don't like to be hungover. So I've always looked for new ways of experiencing. Like kratom is also great, but you have your non-alcoholic liquors now. So, and it's kind of like drinking decaf coffee or dating a prostitute. I don't know. Like one of those things.
Yeah.
But
it feels the same, but it doesn't taste the same.
Well, I mean, you don't get an effect. So you like when you drink, you're drinking for an effect, you know. But I want to remember having a good time. How many times you've woken up in the morning like, oh, I had a blast. What did I do? And then you start getting your phone calls. You're just like, oh, Jesus. The bad thing about drinking the non-alcoholic is you don't get the effect. I think I have the effect, and this is. I thought about this last night on way too many microdoses, and I apologize. But I grabbed 3 shot glasses.
Okay.
Lion's mane for the brain. Activate the perineal gland.
Nice.
You know.
Okay.
Give you the little heads rust.
A little Joe Rogan on the comedy calendar.
Let's do it.
Yes. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the perfect effect of not drinking to get the effect.
Okay.
Do a shot of tequila.
Non-alcoholic tequila.
Non-alcoholic tequila. This is Trejo's. It's
Oh, shit.
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo. So,
Oh, cool.
Just so you know, Papa is looking for sponsorships. So
Nice.
if you're out there and listening,
Yeah, and you can see it right here in the corner, guys.
we're about to tell you if it's
0.0.
delicious. So we do some little.
Well, if you ever want to buy me a shot, this is the shot you can buy me because this is the shot that I will take.
Heck yeah.
Well, you are going to take one, sir.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, because sometimes people come to me at bars. If they serve this at a bar, I would take a shot of this.
Throw in some lion's mane to activate,
Very cool.
and then
This will be the most mentally active episode of the comedy
Yes.
calendar ever. Usually we're brain dead
Yeah. For
here
real.
on the comedy
I'm going
calendar.
to wake you up with the rain. So I was thinking I had actually left the lime in the car, but that's fine. That's fine because that was just more of a mouthpiece than anything.
Okay.
So I'm thinking to activate the paranoia, you got to put your head on a table. No, head.
Head?
Head. You got to
Bang your head on the table?
You got
Bang
to
your
wake
head on
up
the
the
table?
perineal. You know what I'm saying? You got to activate the third eye.
The pineal gland, the third eye.
Yes, right
so
there.
right here.
Can I just smack
straight?
myself?
No. It's got to be
on the table.
Okay.
All right.
Not too hard. Not too hard. Wait.
We're gonna do it together, or we're gonna.
Well-
Then, no, we're gonna do one at a time.
One at a time. Okay.
Then you take the shot.
All right.
If you had the lime, you put the lime in, and then one of my co-hosts is gonna have a punching glove.
Okay.
You're gonna put punch in the face.
All right.
Immediately after the punch in the face, you're gonna stand up and then take a baseball bat. You're gonna go around 5 times in a circle,
Interesting.
activating what alcohol does to you is just spin your brain. I
Got
think
you.
it's genius, and I think we got to try it.
We're gonna do it.
I didn't know Flash was a scientist.
It's not.
I'm honestly, I just feel bad that I didn't include scientist or drunken science expert
Yeah.
on your superlatives when I was bringing you in.
Papa likes to party. What
Papa
do you
likes to
say?
party.
Papa likes to party. So I figured to make it fair, so nobody. We're gonna do a large die roll.
Okay. All right.
Determine what.
Lowest number is first.
All right.
Highest number gets the punch.
Okay.
Nah, I've thought about this very in depth.
I like it. This is a
Did
game. This is a good
research. I didn't chat GPT it, but oh, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. Here we go. It is.
A six,
A
motherfucker.
six. Okay.
This motherfucker.
All right. That's a loaded dice. That's a loaded dice. All right. Let me
And
see.
then
Let's see. Let's see.
if there's a tie, rock paper scissors. Let's. Yes. Fantastic. Off the bounce. 2. Yes.
There we go. Strong 2. I think Art, the AI, will pull a 1, baby.
Let's go over there.
Oh yes.
Look, put the camera on me. I'm picking it up. I'm not moving it. My man rolled a 1.
Oh,
I knew it.
So excited.
The AI Art, he always listens. That's why we keep him around here.
So much
I've
fun.
been wanting to punch
good
this.
job.
I've been wanting to punch this guy
For so long, man.
long.
Jesus.
No, you said the host were gonna punch. What the fuck?
No.
Now you changed it to
He
the
said
highest
high
number.
guard. He said high number. He said the highest number was definitely going to punch. That was definitely, we can go back. We have it recorded.
What I love, no, what
It's
I
recorded.
What I love, we don't have instant replay right now. What I like, my favorite part about this whole thing is in the beginning we were planning when to do this, and I said let's do it right at the beginning of the show. Why not? That's gonna be helpful. Let's just recap what I'm gonna. No, it's not punching first. It's drinking first. Give me the drink.
You're gonna activate,
You got to activate your
I'm gonna
pineal.
hit my
You got to
head.
hit your head.
and then I'm gonna hand you the shot.
We're going to take this from you.
You're gonna do the shot. Once you do the shot, that's when you get punched in the face.
Yep.
And then you got to get up and you got to go around the bat 5 times, as fast as you can. And then
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
yes,
There you go.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
All right. We got,
Yes.
And I'm good here, right?
I mean, you don't have to be bent over, did he?
Well, I'm gonna have to do this.
All right.
Give me that.
Here you go.
Gotta hit my head, take a shot, get
I'll hand it to you. That way you don't make a
Yeah.
not making a mess here.
The spinning is the last time.
good.
The table's fine. Your head's not.
Yes.
There you go. Pineal is activated. There you go.
Oh, 1,
2, 3, 4, 3,
Oh, how many?
4,
4,
5. Done.
Or Cinco de Mayo.
All right. Now we got a drunk Art.
What do you think?
How do you feel? Do you feel like that non-alcoholic shot was alcoholic?
I mean, it does something.
It works.
I'm a genius.
Incredible.
All right, rock, paper, scissors to see who's next.
I was gonna say I thought you won. I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
I think I have to go
No,
next.
like, well, else for the first time. We can, we can re-roll.
No, I gotta go next. I gotta go next.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
go next. All right, let's get her set up. Let's get her set up.
All right. Let's get you a new glass because we don't want you making out with Art. That's scary.
On camera.
Right. Well, Art's not here, Flash. Don't forget that we have an AI model that is Art that runs actively,
Yes,
and we're still training it to be more lifelike, like the human.
Be human, but
that
but-
was the best punch I've ever gotten on an AI.
That was a solid.
Be about good.
Yes, sir.
They got the geometry.
So what is this? What is this lion's mane that you have here? What is
Lion's mane.
What exactly is it for the people at home that don't know about lion? I mean, I know what it is, but for those who don't.
Okay, so like, you want to get your mushrooms in. You gotta get your mushrooms in. Lion's mane really helps activate your brain. It's really good for mental health. Definitely recommend adding a supplementation of lion's mane. But I also recommend, if you're just gonna do it, get a mushroom blend, like a mushroom style coffee. There's a bunch out there. Mud water, everyday dose. You can go on hours.
I've heard a couple people talk about that, and like that's now their new go-to.
Well, it's just like, if you research what mushrooms do, it basically, it's probably like, I would say it's like a superfood, to where it's like, it gives you so much. There's so much. Like, I can go on hours and hours and hours and talk about it.
It's all about that.
Based on my experience, it feels like someone punched you in the face like 5 minutes ago.
Wow.
Like, that's what it feels like. I don't know.
Nice.
That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. All right.
Well, I got to make my space now.
Yes.
And you know what? Just because we are also here at the community newspapers, we actually got a really cool little gift. We got some beers, some craft beers from Tank Brewery, provided to us by community newspapers.
So drink games and...
So I'm going to finish this.
Attaboy.
Done. And now we'll see what the fake alcohol can compare to. Okay? I don't feel bad. I'm not feeling drunk, but after this, I probably will. Let's go.
Activate first.
Oh, that's right. I must activate first. Okay. Camera on.
Woo!
There we go.
Bam.
I didn't even get to swallow. It almost came out of my mouth.
I'm telling you, Flash.
Bitters or quitters.
5.
You know what, Flash? It does actually feel like you're drunk.
It's genius.
It does. It's genius. It's genius. It feels like too much.
Let's.
Like, it feels like you drank too much. I know it's gonna subside in a second, but it does. You get.
What I will say is this.
That math is mathin', bro.
What I will say is this. Are the trails supposed to be there?
No, that's.
I think that's the activation of the pineal gland.
Bonus. Who's punching me?
Pineal gland? Yeah.
That would be
This.
art.
One punch, one smack. I'm gonna take it up.
Oh, snap.
So see if the smack actually changes it a little bit different.
Yeah, you could be more fucked up than all of us.
You know, and then we just start. I think we just started something. I think we just
did. Yeah, you just did something there.
Cinco de Mayo.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
Do the DJ Flash challenge, guys.
For real.
You can do it at home. DJ Flash challenge.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
You want to move your seat over so that way you know.
Watch. I'll just.
Oh, you're gonna. There we go.
Here we go.
Oh, there it is. Good morning.
Oh yeah! I think the smacking has got to be added to it. Beautiful.
You gotta spin. You gotta spin.
Spin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Woo!
The smacking.
That's what I'm talking about.
The smacking has to be
Flash
added.
is our first barefoot guest as well, guys, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, when
He's grounded.
Yeah, when we got here in the beginning, he actually went on the grass, grounded himself before we even started.
You know what? All funny games that you have to take care of yourself. Yeah, like grounding is probably one of the most beneficial things you can do. Just touching nature.
Mm-hmm.
It just has so much benefits, but basically just decharges your body from these things.
He's definitely fucked up.
Yeah, no, passionate about it.
Yeah.
He is messed up. No,
But,
for sure. Actually, funny you say that. There is something so nice about, you know, that first time you go out in the morning, if you have a backyard with like grass, that right when the dew has subsided on the grass and it's just a little bit warm, you can walk on it. Like, there's nothing better than that feeling in the morning, man. It's great.
It sets you up for the whole day. If you aren't grounding, 5-10 minutes, put your toes in the grass, sand, mud, whatever. Just touch the earth.
That's beautiful, man.
Amen.
Well, we got to do now
Let's
an entire show.
on Lion's Mane.
Comedy calendar. Well, that's actually going to be beneficial for us because we're going to be locked in and ready to go with that Lion's Mane, because if I look at the bottle, it does say focus, attention, memory, and a few other really good things for the neural brain pathogens. So we love that. We love that. We're going to start off, though, really quickly with a recap of last weekend, guys. specifically Saturday night, because I was lucky enough to perform with the guys over at Don't Tell Comedy, guys. I was able to get a set in. Really huge shout out to Don't Tell Miami, guys, and everybody on there. Dean and Tom, both of you, really stand-up guys. Both of them friends of the show. So if you haven't seen their interviews, guys, go back, check out the interviews that we did with Dean and Tom. Both awesome guys, put on fantastic shows. So huge shout out to them, and huge shout out to Don't Tell. Put on a great show there. But that same night over at the Miami Improv, we had Jeff Dye come through. We told you about it last week. His shows were fantastic. He had 2 of them. Art, you were there. You got to hang out and kind of meet him after the show, doing a little meet and greet that he had done with the audience as well. How was it, and what was it like?
Bro, I cannot thank enough Jeff Dye, Mike Centrone, and Marty Santora actually was a guest spot, and Ricky Cruz, man. Like, the reason I work at the Improv, obviously, is to get as close to comedy as possible. On Saturday, I was as close as possible.
Nice.
The guy killed the shows. I mean, it was an amazing time. And at the very end, he just randomly asked, anybody have a cigar? I always got cigars on me. So I gave him a cigar. We started, we just went outside, smoked a couple cigars, hung out. And it was so dope, man. Like, seeing Ricky engage with these guys, seeing everybody kind of hang out. It was a really good show. The guests, like the people at Copper Blues, came over and said what's up to him.
Cool.
And he was completely cool, like being there amongst all these people. He sent security away at one point and just hung out and smoked cigars the rest of the night. So it was cool. He actually doesn't drink at all. So he's sober. He just drinks like Pellegrinos and soda water. So it was cool. We hanging out the whole night, hanging out, smoking cigars.
I love to see that. Jeff Dye, he came through, did his thing. Can't wait to have him come back to Miami, do a full weekend. We had a lot of attention down here in South Florida this weekend. We had SLS, we had professional skateboarding that came through and was at the Wasco Center on Saturday, and we had F1 that was here all weekend. So Miami was like jam-packed the entire weekend, man, and it was so cool having Jeff come through and do his thing at the Miami Improv on Saturday, bro. Really, really dope. Good to see that you had a great time too. But moving on, though, to what's happening this week in South Florida comedy, guys. We're going to start up north in a show that we haven't spoken about in a little bit, but we still love and we always support and we love to shout out. And this is an anniversary for them, guys, at 14 North Dania, guys. Go out to 14 North tonight, Monday night. It is happening right now, the 2-year anniversary, guys. They have an amazing lineup of comics. That show, again, is run by Ellie Rodriguez, friend of the show, and somebody that you guys should definitely keep up with on social media if you're interested in South Florida comedy and you're interested in some really cool shows. Flash, you are actually going to be DJing the show, correct? Are you going to be doing stand-up?
Right. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna hop on the mic. But
there you go.
I offered my services to Ellie because she's done so much, not only just for me, but just like the community in general. So I'm going to take my talents and help her out, make it a jam. We'll probably go till the door kicked us out, which is usually the case with me.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Probably be drinking a couple Merlots, though. I'm not going to lie.
Hey, as long as you're in the vibe.
We're already activated.
We're
There's
activated,
nothing better
ready
than
to go.
a nice glass of red on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and
It'll go into
Tuesday when you leave.
It'll be Tuesday when you leave.
Yeah.
Oh, and on the flyer it says special guest Brittany Brave, but anywhere she is, she's a headliner. So basically headlining the show will be Brittany Brave
For sure.
She's doing $10 tickets for today. It's Cinco de Mayo 2-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
If you pay $10 for the tickets, it comes with a free 12-ounce margarita.
A daiquiri.
Sorry.
Because it is a daiquiri bar.
Yeah.
14 North. I mean, I'm sure they have like a margarita daiquiri. You can get something that's like close to a frozen margarita, but it is anything from that daiquiri wall that they have there in 14 North that is just full of really, really good stuff, guys. If you haven't ever had a daiquiri at 14 North, you just need one. That's all I'm going to say. All you need is one because you put it down so fast. It's so delicious. It gets the party started and you're vibing, you're going, man. It is a fun time, man. It is a really, really fun time out there in 14 North.
And one thing I'll call out too is Ellie, Ellie now, all her shows, she's doing it through a pre-sign-up process. So definitely go in her bio. If you want to go to her shows, go in her bio and get on the pre-sign-up. She is going to have some walk-ins at this show, but she's making it easy as possible. Let her know you're going to be there.
Yeah.
And she'll
it's really a simple process, and it also helps, guys, as comics for us, if we're trying to get on shows, and Flash, you're a producer as well. I know you can attest to this, that making that commitment ahead of time and then sticking to it is something that is super important, and being able to be present and on time is really, really crucial. And Ellie is, again, like you said, making it easy for us, guys. She's making it easy for you guys to sign up and do the thing and be able to make yourself available for these opportunities to get up and do stand-up. So definitely take advantage of that organization and definitely hit up, like you said, Ellie's bio for that. But we're also going to continue. Monday night is a jam-packed night. If you're up there in that Dania Beach area, that Fort Lauderdale area, and you want to go to 14 North, you can. But if you're in the Miami area and you want to check out something that is more Miami-based and is really down here, you can go out to one of our favorite spots always on a Monday. It's that bi-weekly show that keeps kicking and keeps killing, guys, and that is Bay Club. That's happening on Monday, 8 p.m., guys. Obviously, you know it's ran by Will and Alex. Will Lopez, obviously a guest and a friend of the show prior. If you haven't seen his interview, go back and check that out. A lot of great information he dropped on Bay Club there. But every single time they put on a show, it is a great lineup, and this one is no different, man. They got Danny Benaventas hosting. They got Brian G on that lineup. They also have, I mean, in my opinion, one of Miami's best, and that is Freddie Stevens.
Dude, I can't.
Coming out and doing his freaking thing in a headlining role. If you've never seen Freddie ever perform stand-up comedy, you guys got to go out to Bay Club tonight and really check it out, because he is a true like stalwart of the Miami comedy scene. He helped build it, he helped create it, and he's somebody who's been doing this for so long that he's going to get out there, and I know he's going to just rip it apart. And you guys, if you miss it, you're going to miss out on something good, you know?
And the room's going to be packed as it always is.
Of course.
I already have a couple of people that reached out about reserving a table, so I've reached out to Will already.
Nice.
He hasn't gotten back to me. That's how
well,
that's
I'm
how
sure
tight it's going to be.
I was going to say, I'm sure it's sold out. They usually sell out. If he's not promoting the tables on his page, guess what? They're sold out. Yeah. Like, if he's not saying, hey, guys, a few tables left, or hey, you know, you may just assume they're sold out. Like,
and dude, and I'm telling you, there isn't a month that doesn't go by where someone like randomly at a comedy show will tell me, hey, man, the last time I saw a comedy show was actually Freddie Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
And so that guy's been doing it forever in Miami. He started Taurus, which is my favorite room.
Right, that's true.
You know, dude, if I can't, unless something gets in the way, I will be there to that.
He's a true master of the game. Have you ever worked with Freddie Flash?
I have not, unfortunately, no.
I highly recommend at some point, if you have the opportunity, you produce a lot of shows, you should definitely get him on one, because the guy can do pretty much any room, any amount of time, and really rock it. He's really good.
And he
really
brings,
good.
like, every room I've done with him, he's had like 5-10 people show up to his shows.
Yeah.
Like, even like just popped in somewhere, messaged a couple of people, and they just showed up, you know?
Yeah, man. He's really great. And again, huge shout out again also to Will and Alex for putting together the shows and booking lineups like that with Freddie, and giving guys like him the opportunity to go out and perform for a really great crowd on a Monday, and giving you guys an opportunity to check out some really great comics as well. So huge shout out to Bay Club. Moving on though to Tuesday at the Miami Improv, 7 p.m. guys, we got a real treat for you. Sorry, sold out. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's already sold out. If you're hearing about it now, you missed out. Nimesh Patel, guys, is coming to the Miami Improv. We didn't tell you about it last week because it was also right around sold out, but we were so excited to see him on the lineup when he was booking his show here. And I think he was only booking this Tuesday show in Miami because he was here this weekend for F1.
Right.
Because he was posting pictures.
Completely convenience.
Yeah, he was posting pictures on Saturday where he was already at Club Space. He was already in town. So if I'm seeing the comic is already in town and they don't have shows at the Improv, they're doing one on Tuesday, I can put two and two together. He was probably down here for the city of Miami, for F1, for the events that were happening this weekend. And it is really, really incredible that he actually made the choice to stay a few extra days, come out to the Miami Improv. I'm super excited to see this. He's done weekends at the Miami Improv many, many, many times, and he brings an amazing crowd of people to come and enjoy his shows. He always destroys. He does a great mix of like crowd work, pre-prepared material. He's a true master of the game. And if you guys missed out on the opportunity to get tickets, I'm sorry. You can come by the box office the day of the show once doors open, and we'll put you on a waiting list for space availability once we close doors and we have a better idea of how many people are coming. If you want to get tickets, like if you're a comic out there and you want to come check out the show, we can get you in, but it's going to have to be with availability in mind, because it will be more than likely a very, very packed out show for a Tuesday. Are you a fan of Nimesh at all?
I love him. I love him. He is so funny. It's
one of the things that's dope about him that I'm really impressed. Well, one, I'm not allowed to say who's going to be opening for him. I don't have like full disclosure on this, but one of the things that he asked for is people that are as different from him as possible. Right. So like, what kind of comedian, you know what I mean? Like goes for that kind of risk. Dude, I love that. You know?
Yeah.
And it means that every city he's going to, you're getting a completely different show
That's cool.
You know what I mean? Because whoever's setting it up up front is going to be setting it up, and he's going to ride off that, So,
right.
Really, I don't know. I'm excited to see it, man. It's going to be one show that I'll be definitely watching.
I'm super excited for it, too. Not only will it be an amazing crowd in terms of the environment and the ambiance in the actual room is going to be electric, but I know he's going to, just absolutely kill it because that's what he does. I mean, you've seen him on the White House Correspondents' dinners. You've seen him on SNL. You've seen him doing, he's done all the accolades that are required of being, a top pro.
One of the questions I'll have for him for sure is the last 3 specials he did, he self-produced.
Oh, wow. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, and they get really personal about some of the stuff he's talking about. So, if I have a second with him, that's the one thing I'm going to ask him about is any advice on self-producing specials, because that's going to be the way of the future. There's no way.
No, 100%. And also, that's the way to get into it. I think I've seen a lot of comics that have self-produced specials through YouTube and through different platforms, maybe Patreon, where they're doing it to get that payment. And then on the back end, it pays off because it shows the Netflixes, the Amazons, the Hulus, it shows these outlets that are actually paying to get specials produced, the quality and what you can achieve on your own, and then they go, oh, if we just gave you this budget or we gave you this resource, we know we can 10x it, and then that's something that they're interested in.
Right.
So once you prove that, I think it's something that is super invaluable, and huge shout out not only to Nimesh but also all the comics that are right now self-producing or self-producing for other comics. I know Ari Shafir is somebody who's been super involved in producing specials for smaller comics and kind of getting them established and getting into the scene. I know
Griffin.
I was gonna say Eddie Griffin.
Yeah.
He also, or Eric Griffin. I'm sorry.
Griffin, exactly.
He's been working with Matt Rife, and he's been kind of pushing Matt and helping produce those specials. And I know Chappelle also is somebody who's been super into helping produce specials as well. And obviously these guys are stalwarts of the game, and they're huge, and they have the opportunity and the resources to be able to lend that to other comics. But it's so dope seeing that staying within the system. You know what I mean? Comics producing stuff for comics. They're not going to the bigger people.
Imagine not only getting the money to do the thing, but also getting the expertise and one of the best in the game. Yeah. You know what I mean? All the contacts.
I think I remember specifically here Donnell Rawlings talk about when he was producing his latest special with Chappelle that he did like 4 or 5 shoots that they thought they shot it, they set everything up, and he thought all right, this is going to be it. And then they were like, no, it's not ready. They did it, and they did it a bunch of times because he knew, they just knew that it wasn't there. And having that knowledge where somebody else who's not Dave Chappelle will see that first set and be like, all right, that's it, we're good. And they'll try and cut the cost, where somebody who's actually invested in it and knows what the art is will be like, no, we're doing this again. We're going to, this is going to get done correctly. You know what I mean? And that's going to be your special. And then he put out an amazing special. Yeah. You know what I mean? They did.
It worked.
It worked. They did. He says, even admittedly, he's like, yeah, we got to the best part. We got to the best version. But that's super cool, man. That's really dope. I did not know that. Have you ever looked into producing your own special, Flash, or doing something along those lines? Because I know you're super involved in film and production.
It's not ready yet. No. Mm-hmm. I think about it, yes, but I'm more into I love putting on shows. I think putting together a really good show and then designing it around either putting it out as content or doing a live stream into that show, into all the platforms, I think that's gonna be for me a little more beneficial. I mean, when I'm ready, yeah, dude, I'll fully go into special, but I'm very mindful of levels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm very particular about looking good.
Yeah.
So, I was like, to put it out, it'll look good to me and I'm happy with it, but then it's like, okay, cool, but I want it to where it's like, it's undeniable that it's ready.
Right.
It's like, okay, yeah, that's your set. Rip it.
Mm-hmm.
When it's there, it's there.
And when it's there, it's there.
Yeah, you can feel it there, and it's just the universe will pull you right into it. It's that's just kind of how.
Yeah, that's a beautiful way of looking at it. The universe will pull you right into it.
If you listen.
Yeah, the mushrooms are working for you guys.
Yeah.
The lion's mane's definitely kicking in for you too.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, the universe is gonna make me do my special. Interesting. Okay.
I'll have you guys wearing more beads than a white girl. Hanging out with me.
I was gonna say, what is the chain you got here? What's the stone?
So this honestly, I can't remember the name. It's a blend between jade and something else. Gotcha. I have a really good stone guy.
You have a stone
guy?
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll get I guess my events later, but he's always there, and he always has a dope stone, and he breaks it down to whatever it is, and he'll text me the name of it because I'll forget.
Nice. That's dope. That's dope.
We'll tag him on this when he sees it.
Exactly.
Or he'll comment on it.
Yeah, he can comment the name of the stone. Yeah. Flash will tag you. But moving on, though, to Wednesday, we are moving from the Miami Improv on Tuesday to Davie on Wednesday with a similar person that we've already spoken about today, producing another really, really dope show, and that is Ellie Rodriguez, guys. She is going to be up in Davie at 8 p.m. doing the Puff Puff Pass, Mike. This is another one of those shows you can pre-sign up for, guys. Like we were talking about, she definitely has that pre-sign up available for this, so you can hit her bio and see if there's availability. It's going to be running like that. I believe the next one is a book show, though, correct? So
every first Wednesday will be an open mic.
There you go.
And then all the other ones will be book shows.
Dope. So then you can do that, and I believe tickets are $10, and they come with a pre-roll, guys.
That's right.
So the same little deal she has at 14 with the daiquiri and $10, you can get a pre-roll with that $10. So that is a freaking banger of a freaking package there, guys.
Dude.
I mean, there isn't a better deal.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, for comedy in South Florida, can't.
And this week, shout out Connie. Connie Fernandez will be the host. Connie Soares. And next week, actually, I'll be hosting as well.
That's right. We're gonna have you hosting on that. Awesome.
So one more shout out.
Yeah, we'll definitely be probably heading out there, and if anything, we will absolutely have a recap here on Comedy Calendar, kind of giving you guys a vibe of what that room is like. If you're a comic who's never been out there, or if you're somebody who's interested in going out just as a patron. Have you done the room, Flash? By any chance? Have you done?
No,
that?
I have acting class on that night, and that's religion to me.
Got you.
Shout out to Michael Jacques.
Yes, sir.
Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
Jacques.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Michael
Jacques.
Jacques.
Oh, I heard Michael Jackson too. Oh, my bad. Damn.
Michael
I was like, oh, Flash is working with like real. I was gonna ask him questions later about it. You know what I mean? I gotta rewrite my whole thing now. All right, cool. But moving on though to the improv though on Wednesday, guys, we are going to be having a really, really amazing show, guys. This is two local comedians that are coming in and putting their powers together. They're putting together the friendship, what is it?
Rings.
The friendship rings. And they are going to be combining and piggybacking on a duo night at the Miami Improv, 8 p.m. And it is Neri Science and Luis Diaz, guys, coming through the Miami Improv. They've had a bunch of promotion on their social media. They put together some really funny skits kind of in the lead up to this. So go check out their social media and go check out, I believe they'll both have links to the tickets in their bios, but you can also just go to miamiimprov.com right now and get tickets for that show because it's going to be on Wednesday. Tickets are going to be limited. I think VIP is already coming down to sold out already.
Yep.
There you go. So there you go. You guys got to go now and start snacking up those tickets because both of these guys are two comedians that have not only put in all of the work to be at the highest levels, but also two guys that I have seen recently do sets that murder. They are both at like the peak of their powers right now. I freaking love watching each of their sets. So I'm really looking forward to Wednesday and being there at the Miami Improv just to watch both of these guys kind of do their thing.
And it being a double headliner show is going to be amazing. And then they're also like promoting it as like an impromptu hybrid show.
Yeah.
You know they're going to throw some extra stuff in there. You know it's going to be fun.
If they, bro, I mean, a bumping mics with them too would be freaking hilarious. Like anything that they put together for that show is going to be really dope. But that is going to be happening again at the Miami Improv Wednesday, 8 p.m. Go on miamiimprov.com, guys, right now and get your tickets. And also follow Neri and Lewis on social media. Both of those guys kill it with the social media content. And both of those guys deserve a little more attention than they are already getting. So definitely go hit them up and check them out. Moving on to Thursday, though, guys, we begin a full weekend of stuff at the Miami Improv and headlining sets from the very funny Guy Torrey, guys. It's not his first time coming through the Miami Improv. He is no stranger to that stage. He's been here many times before, and he's just coming through South Florida again for basically his yearly check-in with us, guys. You've definitely, if you're watching this clip right now, you've probably gone out and seen a Guy Torrey show before, but what I'm recommending for you guys is to go and get your tickets right now because they're going to start moving fast. He was just put on the lineup last minute. He's replacing somebody who had to drop out, but they obviously replace it with somebody that they know is going to be a banger because he is drawing already tickets coming in with the limited time that he's been on the lineup.
And he's stirring the pot because I've been watching some of the, in research for the show, I've been watching some of the most recent like podcasts and clips he's been on. He's definitely been on like a Cat Williams vibe where he's been ripping into people and like exposing some stuff that went on in the past and that's going on.
We love stirring the pot here,
dude.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. Just
we
him
love stirring the pot here on the Comedy Calendar. I mean, we were just spinning around and drinking lion's mane, baby. We always stir the pot. Exactly. But again, guys, Guy Torrey, he's going to be having multiple shows at the Miami Improv Thursday through Saturday. It is going to be super fun. Sunday we have a different show that we'll tell you guys about. It's a local show that is going to be really, really awesome. Another duo, another combination show happening over on Sunday. We're not going to talk about it right now, though. We are going to get into what is happening on Friday specifically over at the Kravitz Center. in West Palm Beach, guys. Somewhere where if you've watched the show for a really long time, you know I've performed there twice. Really amazing venue. I absolutely love the Kravitz Center and all of the staff there. Oscar, the programming director, and just top to bottom security to front of house is top notch there, guys. They've been doing shows now for almost a year, little over a year. They've been getting into comedy, and they've been that satellite location for the West Palm Improv. And they have brought a show that is second to none, I think, in the country
so
right now.
This Friday, they're going to have 2 shows. So we one at 7, one at 9.
It's going to be 2?
Yeah.
There you go. That's actually, congratulations, guys. Good for you, because I was going to say it's probably already sold out. But if there's 2 shows, you may have a chance to go check it out, kravitzcenter.com for tickets. They have the Killers of Kill Tony, guys. They are coming through. I mean, you watch Kill Tony every week. If you're a comic, I know that you watch the shows. I know you see the regulars, and you're aware of the fact that these guys are touring the country right now and selling out.
Right.
You know, they're really bringing an incredible draw. They're doing incredible shows. They're working on some of the best material that they've ever done, these comics that are kind of the regulars. We already know for sure that we're going to have David Lucas.
Yeah, dude, shout out David Lucas.
Yeah, huge shout out to David Lucas.
Yeah,
he is already confirmed to be there and on that lineup, man. Couldn't be happier, not only to have him back in South Florida performing, but on that lineup and touring with the Killers of Kill Tony. But there's Ari Maddie could possibly be there, Hans Kim, Cam Patterson, Martin Phillips. It could be any number of people, and that's really kind of the beauty of that show, is that you never know who's going to drop in. You know what I mean? You never know who's going to really be that person that...
And they've been touring the whole country.
Yeah.
Last week, they were in San Diego.
Yeah.
The last show they did was in San Diego. So to be moving around the country like that, whoever's around is going to pop in.
Yeah.
So there's no way we can know who's going to be there.
I'm sure that whatever hits the stage that night will be hilarity. Whoever touches the stage, however they do it, they could do 6-way bump and mic, but it's going to be great, guys.
And it will be at the Dreyfus Hall, which sits I think 2,500 people.
Dreyfus Hall is, I believe, at the Arts Center.
Well, whatever the big room at the Kravitz Center is, that's where it is.
Oh, the big open, like the big open space. Yeah. Got you. Perfect.
So it's going to be.
So
if I've never been to Kill Tony. I've never seen been live. That's going to be the closest to it, in a theater type setting, seeing those guys in that environment. It's going to
exactly. No, and I think it's going to be really, really fun. Like I said, regardless of who hits the stage, guys, it is going to be worth your time to go out there. If you're able to get out to the West Palm area on Friday night, guys, I couldn't recommend something even more. But continuing on Friday, though, we are moving back into Miami, guys, because we're going to be talking about the final installation. Pains me to say it, but you guys got to go out and support, because it is the last one, the last installation of Lords of Laughs, guys, ran by our good friend Tom the Mountain. He will be saluting us and saying au revoir and moving on to pastures in Texas, guys. That's right. Our boys let us know that he is going to be going on into the Austin scene, and we wish him nothing but luck and nothing but good faith out there, man, because what you've done, at least here in the short term, in building and producing and being a part of the Miami scene, has been nothing short of really impressive, man. So
yeah, he's one of those comedians. He's been doing it around the same time that we've been doing it.
Yeah.
And he's been able to get a ton of people together, whether it was for skits, whether it was working with them for these kinds of shows like Lord of Laughs. On this show specifically, it's going to be Katie Lyons, Michael Cunil, Thomas Chamberlain, and yeah, man, dude, I never got to make it there to see, and this Friday I won't be able to make it.
Yeah.
So it kind of pains me that I won't be able to ever see it live, but if he's did it here, he's going to do dope stuff in Austin.
Yeah.
And he'll definitely be back and bring
and I was going to say, definitely, this should not be the last one.
It'll be the Mexican pizza.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely come back at some point, Tom. You'll definitely come back, be able to produce another one of these shows, whether it be at Villain or we'll find a venue for you, because this won't be the last Lord of Laughs in Miami.
Amen.
The last for now, guys. So if you're interested in that, you can always go to Tom's actual bio and look at the tickets. Get those tickets right there. I believe they're also on villain.com, so you can get tickets through that venue as well, and make sure that you're out there supporting. Even if you're a comic, go out there, support, guys, 100%. And we actually have a little bit of a clip for you guys as well, so you can kind of get an idea of what the show is about. It's a variety kind of talk show that is happening. So if you can hit that.
It's a pizza pepperoni lunchable.
I know that your show's like both informative and stupid.
Sorry I stole your vibrator when I was 10. I thought it was a massage
Go. I forgot. No. Never mind.
The guy that sat next to me in my private Catholic school killed a nun in high school. Too high, help.
Dude, your pants are so ripped.
There you have it, guys. Lord of Laughs. If you haven't checked it out, that was one of their last shows with some of Florida's and Miami's funniest comedians, guys. Really, really fun, and couldn't ask for a better person to kind of host a show like that than I think Tom LeMountain. He's really one of the better.
I love to see, he's been one of the guys that has actually put the clips together for us. So I love to see the clips. Seeing my friends on there was, cool. I mean,
go out and check. Katie Lyons is hilarious. I love her. She actually goes to the same acting coach as I do on a different night. But I've had her on some of my shows, and every time she hits the stage, she kills. Yeah. Every time. Very predictable, very on point. Murders and then walks off.
Nice.
Super professional.
And she was with someone that was already really good, and then I found out later she was doing acting classes. I'm like, okay, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's just gonna be.
She's dope. She's dope. Check her out. If you're in Miami, check her out. She's you'll have fun.
Yeah, I'll definitely be tagging her on this clip. So.
Lastly, though, guys, we are closing out this week in South Florida Comedy at the Miami Improv with a show that we are so looking forward to, man. I am super excited for this one. Huge shout out to both comedians who are kind of tag teaming on this one. We got Carlos Hernandez coming through with Max Menikoff, and both of them will be kind of doing a co-headlining kind of night. I am so pumped for this, man. I couldn't be more excited. They're coming through and kind of bringing, I guess, that street talk comedy show to the Miami Improv, because as you guys know, they have been producing street talk comedy here in Miami, in New York. They've been doing really great stuff, and now it's kind of them taking it to that another level. And I'm really excited that the Miami Improv is that venue that's going to be able to help them out and give them that platform.
Well,
so
I'm just glad that I can finally tell everyone when Max is coming back, because that's one of those comedians that people hit me up all the time. Like, let me know when this comedian is coming back. Dude, he's coming. This is the time. Buy the tickets. Buy them right now. It's this week. It's Sunday. Be there, or I don't want to hear about it anymore.
100%. You don't want to miss it. The lineup is probably going to be really fun too. Everybody else that they put around them. So you guys definitely come out and support. Even if you haven't heard of Max or Carlos, guess what? You can follow both of them on social media and get a really good understanding of who they are as comics and what they do. They're always active on social media. Both of them have clips that have gone viral. Both of them work with insane outlets. So give them a follow. And again, go, I would assume, to their bios, go to their links, and definitely get some tickets, guys, for this Sunday at the Miami Improv. You can also go to miamiimprov.com and get your tickets there as well. But now we can smoothly transition into my favorite part of the episode, guys, which is the interview. And I mean, Flash, you've already given us a very, very large piece of your personality here on the show. Probably more than most guests do before the interview portion. So I really applaud you on that. That was a great job.
I just kind of jump into things. It's worked out for me my whole life,
I love it.
I'm still tingly, guys. By the way, I don't know.
We're gonna do another before the closes out, and we're gonna close it out with a Papa Popper. I think I'm gonna call it a Papa Popper.
Popper.
I forgot to say it in the beginning, but in honor of Flash, I actually fasted. I've been fasting all day today.
Oh, cool.
Attaboy.
So,
nice. Good job.
Yeah. So that I don't know if it was the smack of the head or the punch or the spin. I don't know what it was, but I'm feeling tingly. I got it.
Nice.
I got that.
You got the effect. You got the effect that we were looking for the non-alcoholic shot.
Nail on the head.
A little bit of CTE, but who's counting?
Yeah. What's the point?
I do want to start off with the interview portion by shouting out. I know you have one big show that's coming up at the Fort Lauderdale Improv, June 24th. It's going to be with our man Hitman.
Yes.
Who else will be on that show with us?
So Hitman called me out of the blue. I love that I love that motherfucker. Sorry, kids.
It's the Lion's Mane.
He's a really good
it's
friend
the
of mine.
Lion's Mane.
And he calls and all this ball of energy. I'm like, all right, slow down. Date, time. Gotcha. So we're going to take over the Fort Lauderdale Improv. He's headlining. I'm on it. We have Tony Dark,
nice.
Mel Derrico, Big A. I think I'm the DEI hire crew.
Very nice.
I'm being the only overly white boy in there.
Yeah.
So it's good to have a white power work, you know what I'm saying?
Hitman does do that, because I think he just booked me also as the only white person on the
show.
It's because, and it's funny because he sent me a message and he was like, "You and me are gonna be the only two white boys on this lineup," and I was like, "You're a white boy?" I was like, if you're gonna be a white boy in this environment, I don't know what I'm gonna be, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready. I'm gearing ready. Huge shout out to Hitman too, man. He is honestly one of the like best souls in comedy, bro. I every time I see him at a mic, every time I see him, is always good energy, good vibes, good people, man. And not only that, but he really puts in the work. He puts in that social media work.
Well,
he puts in the work to produce shows. He puts in the work just.
And if
to
you
be,
see him ever carrying that big thing that he carried, the belt, the
Yeah,
championship belt, that thing weighs 40 pounds.
oh, at least
Like carrying that thing around is no joke.
it's a legit belt.
No, he handed it to me one time. He's like, "You mind holding it while I'm on stage?" I'm like, "Sure." He handed it to me. He's like Thor's hammer. It like went straight to the floor. You know, I'm like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, dude, he earned that belt, dude. He earned that belt. He had a fight and he earned it.
Yes, he did.
Not a fight, but a fight.
Yeah, he did.
I'm so happy to have him.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
We're so lucky as a.
And actually, right now, go on Hitman's social media, because right now he just shouted out like half of, if not all of, the entire Miami comedy scene.
Yeah.
He gave a bunch of love to everybody, man. I don't know if it was the Cinco de Mayo getting to him, but just the celebration of the day. But I will say this, man, it was really dope seeing all the people that he shouted out, gave some nice words to everybody. You might even have one on there. I don't know. He had like 15, 17, 18, 19 stories, just shouting everybody out.
I've been only working on the podcast this morning, so I have no idea. I have not had time. I will check it out.
But I definitely want to give, as we go into this interview, as you mentioned him, I definitely want to give a huge shout out to him, man. He's the best. He's the man. Definitely got to get him on the show soon. This is an open invitation for you, Hitman. You got to come on the show and talk about all the shows you're doing and everything. Just let us know a Monday that you're available, and we'll work it out.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We were talking a little earlier about Katie Lyons, and I know Flash, since I've known you, I know you've always mentioned acting as something that is a passion of yours, but recently, within the last year, I mean, even here on the podcast, I've shouted out a couple of things that you've done, but I want to talk a little bit about soapbox monologues. Where did acting kind of start for you? Actually, I mean,
So, I was a fighter my whole life. Muay Thai, grappling, boxing. I never put it together, but I kept it separate. And towards the end of that, and a lot of drugs, it just called me like once I opened myself up off all the negative, I'm not all just like not being who I am, or not just sobering out, basically. Things just started coming my way and just opening up. So acting is one of those things that I had this particular look. I used to have 10 different mohawks, different colors, all shaped into lightning bolts, big old beard. Look grizzly. I was grizzly. So like I would always get the scumbag. You know, someone, hey, look, I'm looking for your look on a movie. I'm not even looking for it, just walking down the street. I'm like, all right, how much to pay? Let's go. So, and then it kept happening. And one of my students at the time was actually in the acting class. I used to rag on him all the time. Like, come here, let me punch you in the face. I'm sure how to act. Once it started happening, like, yo, who should I go to? And then like met Michael Jacques and just built it throughout the whole years. And like once you get into it, like you realize that it is about human life. It's not about lying. It's all that kind of stuff. It's about getting deep, getting dark, getting real.
Like channeling the emotion.
Yeah, dude. Like learning how to be emotional. Like I was a brick wall back then. And then like as I started opening up, it just like so many benefits came from just studying constantly.
Is that where you like kind of found Shakespeare? Because I know you particularly love Shakespeare.
Yeah, this is a recent thing. This is probably 4 or 5 months ago. And he's one of those guys that he can read you and he can kind of throw things at you. And when he throws things at you, you got to catch it and do it. So like Mr. Jacques, Michael Jacques. Once he threw, we're talking about theater and how like all the actors are now coming back into theater because movies are terrible nowadays. So they want to work on work. And we were talking about that, and I was like, yeah, I thought about doing it. He's like, you should do it. I was like, all right, cool. I have a connection with the city of Hollywood, one of my clients, and I was talking to her about it, and she's like, you should just do monologues during the art walk. I was like, huh. And then she's like, soapbox monologues. I'm like stand on top. She's like, yeah. So actually, like one of my homegirls who does these events, which I'll talk about later, with me, she's an artist, so I had to paint up this soapbox. And then every third Saturday, I'm in downtown Hollywood on Hollywood and 20th, heading west if you're walking. I mean, I guess east or west. I guess you're walking either which way, you're going to cross me. But it's on the east side of the 20th. And I stand on top of a monologue, and I riff monologues. And
these are like prepared ahead of time. I mean, like these are like written by you originals, or like something that was written beforehand, or
you know, she misused me past the oath of a block. An oak with one green leaf on it? Then answer her. my very visor began to assume life and scold with her. But she told me, not knowing that I was myself, that I was the Princess Jester. That I was duller than the great thaw, huddling jest upon jest, with impossible conveniency upon myself, that I was like a man standing on a mark, with a whole army shooting at me. She speaks poniards. Every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there'd be no living near her. But she would invect to the North Star. I wouldn't marry her, though she was endowed with all that Adam had before he had transgressed. She would make Hercules turn spit, and cleft his club to make the fire too. Speak not of her. You'll find her the eternal Ati in good apparel. I would to God a scholar would conjure her, but certainly while she's here, a man can live as silent in hell as in the sanctuary. And people would go thither just to go thither. I fucked that one up.
That's awesome, bro.
But yeah,
Yo, hold on.
Yeah.
That's from Taming of the Shrew?
Not bad.
No. That's what was that one? I can't remember what was that from. But yeah, that's that. You know, we're doing Hamlet.
It might be Taming of the Shrew.
I think so. No, I don't fucking know, dude. Tequila.
Because in the Taming of the Shrew, they're trying to get him to marry a woman who.
Well, this was Shakespeare's comedy, like his attempt at comedy.
Right.
Even though Hamlet's funny as fuck, like
Yeah.
you dig into Hamlet. Oof, we're doing this one Gravedigger scene where it's just ripping line after line after line in a most dramatic, sick sense, you know. And I think the reason why I love him so much is when it's all said and done, when these lights are turned off and we're trying to figure out how we're going to get water and how we're going to survive, the only person that's going to be talked about this time is him. Because that's the only thing that's going to survive. Brando, he's gone. Like anybody great, McGregor, whatever, anybody is going to be erased, and you just will have Shakespeare there. That's
God willing.
I mean, even I guarantee you, somebody like start quoting Shakespeare, and I'm like, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that, and that's kind of like where I fell in love with it. And then like once you start studying it, it's so true what was going on then that is going on now,
Right.
and it's real. So,
Well, it's like that Greek concept of like, you know, art imitating life, right? And it's like that's why Shakespeare resonates to today. you know?
Yeah. It's
Whether it's Macbeth, whether it's Hamlet, you know, even like modern movies, sometimes you'll go back and be like, wait, that was Hamlet. Like that was just Hamlet.
Yeah,
like,
Lion King.
wait a second.
Yeah.
That's just Hamlet. Yeah.
Actually, I think
I never thought about it for Lion King, but
No,
you're
I
absolutely
think
right.
I think Lion King. Is it Hamlet or Macbeth?
Probably a little bit of both.
No, I think it's Macbeth because it's his
father.
his father gets killed
That's
and
Hamlet.
that's Hamlet.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I love it.
Dude,
So
great. I
Every
mean,
every third Saturday, I'm on top of. I have.
and what is your goals there? I mean, would you like to get on stage and do some plays?
So-
Would you want to get,
Now we're going deep. All right, cool, dope. Let's go deep. I want to do street theater. I want to produce a street theater show to where I run out a back alley. I stock tables and chairs and all that kind of stuff. Put up a stage, lights, legit theater inside an alley, and then do a production. So that's one of the things that I already got the spot in Hollywood that I want to do with that. I'm negotiating with a guy right now, and then from there, I'll have the team and we'll just build a production
Nice.
for that. I don't know if we can talk about it here though. Anyways, in Colorado, I want to go to Colorado and do Shakespeare.
Very cool.
All the actors are high off their gourds.
nice, big spear?
Trying.
Oh man,
Yeah,
nice.
To recite. And then the audience will have a 4-course dinner canvas based where they're
Nice.
going to get put on through a journey, which is kind of dope. You know, just
That's
starting
cool.
off basic, easy, and then hit them with the THC and then kind of pull them back down into the CBD. There's actually some really world-renowned chefs up there.
That's dope.
So,
Yeah.
that's going to be hopefully by next year, if not by the end of this year, with everything I got going up there.
Well, one of the things that leads beautifully into, you know, one of the things that you're well known for is, I mean, just as an entertainer, you obviously not with the monologues, but you've always put on shows. I mean, you've obviously earned your DJ title from some renowned university.
No,
How does the
I
licensing board work for DJs? Because I didn't want to not include it in the title
in the description,
because it's
yeah.
earned. You know, it's like Sir.
I started back in 91. DJing, back when it was records, back when there's none of this digital stuff, and you actually had to learn how to do it. And I've always been a huge fan of house music. I love disco house, as gay as it is. It's so fucking amazing. Disco house, jazzy house, all that kind of stuff. And it's just...
I'm not cool enough to even know what that is, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
It's like disco with house beat.
Oh,
Well, I mean, I get that, but I can't think of a song.
Right,
you know?
right.
Oh, it's so good. I love disco dancing at 5 in the morning as the sun comes up. It's great.
We could tell somehow.
Yeah.
Right. yeah, makes sense.
We started the show taking shots. And
Well, you gotta have fun. If you're not having fun, you're dead. So you gotta have fun, no matter what. Like, even if your job's miserable, close your eyes, take a deep breath, hold it for 4 or 5 seconds, exhale out nice and slow, and realize that the fact that you just were able to do that, it's a good day. So have fun. DJ wise, I just kind of I've got out of it to get myself clean, got pulled back in, went through the whole journey again, got into a mess, got out of it, got myself clean. I think this is the first time in the, what is it? I don't know, 30, 40 years? I don't know, whatever 91 was. It's the first time that I'm actually not a mess doing it. And it's actually kind of amazing because like a lot of things are materializing. And to celebrate that, I do a monthly, I call it a caffeine social, where I go to Mystic Coffee in downtown Hollywood and I put on an event. I'm linking music with art with wellness. So there specifically, I have vendors come in. I have a couple different artists. One of my homegirls, Sunny, she does live painting, and a couple of artists just kind of put up. If anybody wants a live paint, they can do. I just want an energy flow in that room that's amazing to curate young artists. I have my Stone guy exist. I'll drop his thing on there, but he is amazing. He's wiring up right on the spot. I have a bunch of wellness centers come out, fitness centers. Just want to promote a different way of living, and at the same time have a good time.
And it's at a coffee shop, so I'm guessing it's not focused around alcohol.
No, so I'm gonna do at least once a month for now at a coffee shop, and then I'm gonna go to Kavana in Dania Beach. It's a great little kava spot if you like kava.
Nice.
Check them out. They actually are chaining up all over down here. I'm gonna do one over there. That's gonna be more based around like taking like a yoga flow into a workout that I've designed, which is yoga and HIIT, and then into a party. The party again, I'm gonna have vendors. I'm gonna have people just kind of promoting their brand. Electrolytes, Assault Teas will be out there. We have a bunch of like cold plunge places. It's gonna be. I want people to know that they have life, and you can't live life if you're constantly waking up hungover, tired, drained out, trying to figure out what you did the night before, looking at your bank account, realizing you did something really fun because there's no money in there, and then figuring out that, I want to have people come out and just have a great time, just have fun and reconnect back into themselves, open their mind up, open their body
And
up.
these coffee socials, I mean, are they like nighttime activities?
Day,
or like
day,
daytime?
12 to 4, 12 to 5. It's a great way to prep your evening. Like if you're gonna go out drinking, come out, have some coffee, dance, connect with some artists. Maybe pick up a new gym, or maybe pick up a new yoga place, or like just whatever's there. Maybe integrate into a new circle of people that are around, not going out and getting messed up all the time, and just having fun and just dance.
Yeah,
you got to dance.
One of the dichotomies that I was gonna you alluded to it earlier, but one of the dichotomies I was gonna ask you about is exactly that. Is like when I met you, and you've always been a teacher, so you've been teaching for a long time. But when I met you, you were teaching people how to fight. And now you transit. Not that you transit. I don't know what percentage of what you're doing, but I know now you teach yoga.
Yeah.
So give me a little bit of that fighter to yoga transition. Like how did that?
So while I was fighting, I used to make fun of yoga because it's not a workout. It's old meathead. And then I took a yoga class one day, and it beat the living daylight. Like I had to walk out. Like this is the prime. This is when I was an amateur Muay Thai champion, prime shape. And I had to walk out because it was too hot. My heart rate was racing. Like I just couldn't figure it out. And I walked back in and pushed out the class. And it just kind of opened my eyes. I did a couple times throughout the thing, but like right after COVID, I was really messed up. Just a lot of mobility issues, shoulders, hip, back. Weighed like 280, 85 pounds around there. Big boy. Papa Flash was eating.
Yeah,
I was swollen. And I just I knew and after hearing all the research about just getting healthy, I knew how to take a step. So I was just yoga popped in my mind. Let me just do some hot yoga. I know I felt amazing after I used to do it every once in a while. And as soon as I fell into it, I fell in love with it. And then I started studying it and researching it and realizing that it's exactly like fighting. Honestly, I take it as a martial art approach because it's so specific on basics and the why and the science behind it. Like a lot of workouts don't have, like a lot of workouts do, but a lot of workouts don't get down into your soul. And I took a class over at Yoga Joint, started teaching over at Yoga Joint, and then I realized that there can be more to it. So I designed this yoga HIIT workout where it starts off, you're flowing into a HIIT workout and then you're flowing out of a HIIT workout, which is another workout I'm going to be bringing to these events really soon, and then launching a bunch of content on that as well, just sharing that out because it's a cool concept and I've been playing with it.
Well, you mean, again, you led perfectly into one of the things that we were talking, actually last week you and I were talking about.
They call me Segway Master.
Nice. Dude, you slippery little which is the content side of things.
Yes,
I'm someone who's looking at a lot of content online and trying to figure out where to take my content creation journey. And you're very eclectic. You're hitting a lot of different things. What is, like, going into the future? How do you plan on leveraging content around some of these events that you're doing? Like, what are you thinking about that?
So probably in the very near future, I'm going to go 100% content creator. I've had some opportunities in Colorado that have opened up, and I can start pulling away from a lot of things. I'm starting a podcast next week based around lifestyle. Just, you know what I'm saying? If it's funny, it's funny. If it makes you cry, you needed it. You know, if it angers you, fantastic. Feel emotion. You know, don't be afraid to feel emotions, people. It's not that bad out there. And I'm going to interview just successful people. Like, I'll have you guys on because you guys are turning it up right now with comedy.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
It's insane. You know, just entrepreneurs or self-starters or people that started in Publix as a bag boy and worked their way up to general manager. That is a huge success because you stuck with a program, stuck with a system. You know, like, I want every aspect of life into this podcast so that maybe somebody can down there be like, you know what, I'm working this shit job. Let me jump. Let me jump. Let me put my toes to the line. Let me look over the edge and let me just figure it out and just go. You know, that's the main goal of that podcast. And then from there, that workout I'm gonna design. I'm teaming up with a Hanu yoga studio, and we're gonna start launching at least once a week, maybe bi-weekly. I don't know. Just bring out a film camera, pack the room with people, and work through a flow for that.
Well, and that's right there where I would love to, when you guys get that set up. I mean, first I volunteer myself. I will do a yoga class so we can film it. It will be hilarious.
Oh, it's already in the works. That's comedians trying to get through my workout in a hot room. That is.
Oh, dude, I'm the first one to volunteer, and I used to challenge any other comedians. Yeah. I'll drive up there. I'll drive 5 of us.
So I'm drawing a line in the sand right now, comedians. Tag yourself if you want to push yourself. And I love each and every one of you guys, and everybody can get a lot healthier. But let's do it. So how about this? Yes, I'll do it through a guided workout, but also I want to hit a different fitness facility once a week or once a month and bring a crew in and have them do their featured workout online so that y'all can get healthy. That we can bring exposure to local gyms in the area because there's a lot of competition with big corps, which is all right, but you got to give love to home base. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Give love to community. So anybody out there with gyms that want to have a team of comedians come through, and we're going to do the workout and give you an interview and, you know, just talk about your systems, the benefits of it, so that A, we can have a laugh watching comedians struggle, which is the best. It's so funny. And B, just uplift our community so that we're not in this shit no more. We can elevate ourselves into just new levels and have one hand wash the other hand, which is basically my way I run my life anyways. I don't know if I have multiple jobs or multiple personalities. Because
or both.
One day I'm hitting 5 or 6 different things, and everything has its own little thing that I have to be. So
as you speak, I'm going to spitball an idea, which is hilarious. Like, we do like I don't even know what kind of competition, but basically it'd be like you on one side, Emilio on the other side, and you guys are just.
I'm scared of that motherfucker.
No, not but I'm saying that you guys are just torturing a group of comedians.
Oh, dope! Yeah, Emilio, let's do this shit.
And then the comedians are going head to head in these like physical challenges. I don't know.
It could work out.
Just like the Ultimate Fighter. Or
Art's
Ultimate.
getting his Mr. Beast.
I'm gonna text Emilio right after this. I like that idea.
Because you're both assholes. You're both difficult taskmasters. And just driving, imagine all of us out of shape comedians trying to compete. It would be so good.
He's the only guy that I walk into a comedy room. I was like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir.
Dude, I bumped into Emilio one time. It felt like hitting that pole right there.
It's like hitting a chimpanzee. Bomb.
Yeah.
But do you want to train? No, I'm good, dude.
Speaking of comedy, though, you also do comedy on top
Yes.
of all these other things that you have on your plate. When was it that you actually started doing stand-up? When was it that you transitioned from everything that you do in general, being a DJ, doing all that stuff, to you were like, oh, I want to do this. This is fun.
So I ran big box gyms. I was a general manager, and I had this one motherfucker. I'm gonna almost went into a monologue. Breaking Bad monologue, no half measures. He was an ass, dude. A terrible manager. Never really uplifted. And I'm not dropping names or not dropping science. It's just this is what kickstarted the thing. It's just like I couldn't get time off. I was being ragged, just ran down. I was trying to save a gym that it just needed a little bit of time. And it was just the pressure of constantly pressure. And I couldn't get well. I couldn't get sick. And I just walked away. And then the second I walked away, something in my head is like, you got to do comedy. And you always got to, whenever something offers itself to you, it's like, okay, dope. Yeah, I'm going to hop in now. I'm going to hop in and just, took a class with Michael Panzika over at the Improv. Did that. Actually did it twice because I won the amount of people at the show. So I did it twice back to back and fell in love with how on the second it is. It's very similar to fighting because one small mistake and you're fucked. And then you got to figure out how to unfuck yourself.
Yeah. And
then it's the constant grind of hopping on stage and working your reps and train, study, right, back and back. It is so on the second. I just fell in love with it, and it's just from there. And then from there, I have a lot of connections in the nightclub scene, so I started putting on a lot of shows, put on a bunch of shows, and then just kind of whittled it down to where I want to perfect the craft and just do a couple shows a year, big shows. Maybe hit Big Easy again. I have access to a theater that I'm considering negotiating with them, so it's exciting. Comedy's fun, dude. Comedy's fun. It's so honest, and when you hop off of a good set and you just went stupid honest to where it's like, yo, not even my lady knows this shit. What am I doing? And you just rip it and it laughs and it works. You're like, oh, I feel so much better, dude. Thank God they laughed, but I feel so much better. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, sorry, I'm a nut job.
Yeah.
My bad.
So then I guess you leave the place, leave the stage and then leave the place immediately afterwards. You're like, I can't really face these people anymore.
No,
they know too much about
stay.
me. And
you know what? That's the bad thing. I like bombing. You know what? Fuck it. Bombing. I'll stay in the pocket and just because it's real. Because even if I'm pissing them off, they're getting affected. Or they're having a good time, or they're just quiet and listening, and you can see happiness face. It's the effect. So even after a bomb, I was like, all right, cool, y'all didn't like me, fantastic. My whole life, I was an underdog. My whole life, nobody liked me, or somebody didn't like me, or it is what it is. I got over the shit. Now you don't like me, love it. Pay. Hey, come not like me for money.
Yeah.
I think that there's a couple more things you're known for. One of the things is kind of the origin story of. And you don't have to share here if it's something that you share on stage, but kind of where your name Flash comes from.
I was struck by lightning.
Nice.
You want to tell the story?
So apparently,
just explain to me why God hates you so much that He hit you.
Well, I mean, if He hated me, I wouldn't be here. So, but He kind of fucked my chances on Lotto.
Damn. Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck the odds. Fuck the odds. But I guess clay is conductive. I used to make bonsai pots when I was a child. Not a child, I guess in high school, but being 50 years old as a child.
Yeah.
And what you do is you pour a mold and then you dump the mold and then you scrape the mold and you take that out of the mold and you put it in the sun dry to go into the kiln. Well, we used to always set a table up by a clay pile. And before it rains, you got to rush out, grab all the pots, bring them back in. Otherwise, they're done. You can't save them.
Right.
So like we're stacking them up, and next thing you know, it's like everybody's looking at me. I'm like, wow. I'm getting up off the ground, and you all right? Yeah, why are you looking at me? Well, I'm laying down. And he's like, yeah, dude, that pile got struck, and I guess it radiated into me because I was just close enough into it and
Lit your ass up.
So the nickname came.
Damn. Because you make that joke on stage all the time. I never like actually heard the actual stories. That's crazy, dude. That's
South
nuts,
Florida, baby.
bro.
South Florida.
And then the other thing I want to ask, because you're known for having great tattoos, and I don't know if they can see it on the screen, but your right hand looks like it has is that a knuckle sandwich?
You hungry? Give you a knuckle sandwich.
So do you? Who does your tattoo work, man? Are you still getting tattoos, or have you?
You know, I'm gonna get back into it. One of the problems with acting is, for some reason, they don't have an imagination to imagine that you could put on makeup and cover them up. So it's like I was struggling it for a while, but I think I'm just gonna go all in, and if they like me, like me. If they don't, I don't give a shit. I'm talented. I'm gonna do my own thing anyways. I always did.
Yeah, dude, and nowadays every grandma has a sleeve.
Well, the funny thing is they'll put tattoos on people. I'm like, yo, I own all my tattoos. Like, why did you just waste all that time putting that shit on? Just you're gonna consider me anyways.
It's true.
Well, you know this lawsuit. I'm like, I own all my tattoos. Chill out. Cavallero. He is in Oakland Park Boulevard. Wilton Manor, just west of Dixie. Amazing shop. I've been going to him forever, and I have a few other people, but he's the best. In and out, light hand, but like he hits it. He hits it perfect. I like the old school style, anyways. So
Hell yeah.
like
Yeah,
he's
I don't want
a
to
master at that.
the body parts that I've seen on you and the tattoos you have there because it's going to be really weird on the podcast. But do you want to talk about some of the tattoos you have? And
Let's go. Let's get naked. Screw it. I'm sexy. Sexiest dad bod in South Florida, ladies and gentlemen. This is the sexiest dad bod in South Florida. You're welcome.
No competition, by the way.
No competition. No neck.
Mr. Olympia of Miami.
Let's go. This one here. If you can't, yeah, here we go. I'll do that. It's basically when my father died. I love that guy. He's just responsible for this mess. He told me, don't ever let anybody steal your dreams. And I wish he would have told me that when I was on Adderall, because I have way too much ADD to tell something that awesome too. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I want to do this. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. So when he passed, he was... he had a lawn company, and every time he would run over a snake, he'd go, die, Satan, die. And then he got suckered into Avon, a little multi-level marketing thing. And it like there's one thing, you know, and I'm glad that he did it because it made me. But he's like, no, everybody steal your dreams, and you fly high as the eagle, the highest bird that flies. So live like an eagle, no, everybody steal your dreams. And that shit stuck with me. So after he was passed, I went to Orlando. And I saw this statue. It just called me. So got back, called my tattoo guy. We laid it down.
Damn, bro, that's fucking dope.
Which came from this. Of course, I went through a really bad breakup, so the self got added to it. It happens.
Is that a strongman on your right?
So this is a fighter. Yeah, this is a fighter. And this is Cavallero. This is I told him what I wanted.
Oh, that's a strongman on your.
Yeah, this is a strongman.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I want an old school fighter, and he's like, actually, I just made this painting here. You want it? Laid that thing in, you know. And then the strongman came because I've always been in fitness. The brunette was just something he threw on there, so don't get jealous.
Are we doing another shot before we end this, or?
I thought that's what I was going to say. I think that's the only way to close out this interview.
We're shotting?
We got to do another
Shirtless shot? Take off your shirt, boys. We're shirtless.
I'm not doing a shirtless shot, but
Shirtless shot.
I'm not joining you boys for a shirtless shot, but let's do it together.
Yes. So we all have to bang our heads at the same time.
Yeah.
Right?
We'll smack ourselves.
No.
Smack each other.
Yep.
There we go. I don't know why. Okay, this whole episode, Rachel's been loving the part where we hit ourselves every time.
You got to give the crowd what you want.
Exactly.
All right, you need a little bit more.
Yeah, let's do it.
Buddy. Just
Let's do it.
give you the whole bottle.
I need a whole
There you
day.
go.
All right. Move this off to the side. Put the cork in it. Put this off to the side. Put the cradle down so I don't make a mess. Lift the glasses up. You got to bang your head first. Then we're gonna cheers, and then it's gonna be a slap, slap, slap.
Okay. You slap me, I slap him, he slaps you.
Chain link, baby, chain link. Ready on 3. Glasses up so you don't spill it.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. We're gonna do it here.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Merry Christmas.
I think the effects of the first one is still a little bit.
There we go.
The Papa Popper, ladies and gentlemen, has been created. It's been named
Yes, the what? The Papa Popper?
Papa Popper.
Yo.
I don't like Popper, but I guess it makes
We're
sense.
gonna work the name out a little bit.
I
But
guess it makes sense.
It makes sense. Big Papa.
dude, you have been the most entertaining guest we've had
Thank
so
you.
far.
Flash is
by
done.
far, dude.
Flash did the fucking homework, guys. I
love it.
The homework.
I studied hard. I can't say that with microdosing, it helps.
Yeah.
Sure. I will say this, bro. Thank you so much for coming on the show, man.
Thank you for having me.
Honestly, you've been nothing but great insight into not just comedy, but so many different facets and avenues of entertainment and in self promotion. And I really can't think of another person that fits all the molds that you do, man. You know, you check off a bunch of different boxes that have required you to spend a lot of time, investment, money, effort, blood, sweat, tears, man, and it shows. It pays off, and it's really a cool thing to see you not just having the success that you're having, but seeing the fruits of your labor coming to fruition throughout
so much.
your wellness and your goals in that avenue and in fitness and in those realms, but also in entertainment and in your own career as a comedian, actor, and all that stuff, man. It's been super cool talking to you.
Thank
Thank you
man.
for coming
Thank
on.
You, dude. Thank you, dude. I want to thank you guys for having me on. It's super awesome. It means a lot to me. I'm very gracious, very gratitude.
Bro.
Over
the many years, dog, and to many more years to come, brother. I appreciate you, bro. You've been someone that I've been on this journey of comedy. You've been someone that's always kind of been there. You know what I mean? You're someone that I bounce stuff off all the time. And dude, like going forward, I mean, as always, but going forward, anything you want to promote, anything you want to let us know on the show, send it our way, bro. We'll make sure, letting the world know all the cool stuff you're doing, even if it's not comedy related, whatever it may be. Whenever you have the next coffee social, whatever you're doing, send it
first
to us.
week of June. Next one? First Saturday of June. What is that? Also, follow me on social media.
Yeah, you see
DJ Flash Comedy.
I mean, you see it in the...
There it is, right there.
Oh, wow. Look at that. And also, my YouTube that I'm starting up, Just Flashy.
Once you launch it, let us know.
It's launched.
Oh, it's launched?
Yeah, I got a couple monologues up there now, and I'm
There you
going to
go.
do a solo podcast, and then I'm going to start... I have guests lined up. I already have a couple. Yeah, so it'll be weekly.
And it's Just Flashy on YouTube?
Just Flashy.
So I'll make sure to tag that on this,
Just
the
Flashy.
link or something on this.
Coffee Social is June 7th.
There you go. June 7th, guys. You heard it here first, Coffee Social. And again, if you want to keep up to date with anything else that Flash is going to be a part of, whether it be DJ shows that he's producing himself for comedy, or anything else, guys, obviously you can go and follow him on social media like we had those links up earlier. Thank you again, Flashman, for coming on. Before we get out of here, Art, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Just a reminder, make sure you tag whatever comedians can fight big backs. You know what I mean? Can
Yes.
take down a big back.
Yeah.
What is a big back?
It's different kinds of gorillas. There's silverback gorillas, and then there's big backs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
But I will say this, guys. This has been a fantastic episode of the Comedy Calendar. Thank you so much for tuning in. As we say every single week, guys, thank you and keep laughing.